So guys, this is a very simple indicator that can possibly give you some edge. And if you go into it, it has a few settings. So let's just look at the single setting first. So if you look at it like this, what you see is basically just time required to close. So for example, let me open it. It took like 11 seconds to close this bar, and it took 20 seconds to close this bar. Okay. And that's pretty much the end of it. So you could see that took more time to, so there were probably more buying and selling going on during this period. Maybe. And if you want to find out, you have to click apply volume, and that will actually multiply the time it took to close. It'll multiply that by volume as well, right? So, I mean, the figure you see is just, it's just abstract. So it's time it took the bar to close multiplied by its volume. Okay, so you can see that some of them are really sticking out. Yeah, so there's a lot of volume. Okay, so the more time it takes and the more volume there is, the bigger you'd see these spikes, right? There's also another mode called consecutive. So if you want to see how long it took for 3 consecutive bars in the same direction to actually close, you can also look at it like this. Okay, so we can see that 3 consecutive bars right here, right, so they take much less time to close than, for example, these 3 bars. So these 3 bars took a long time to close. So if you think about it for a while, you could find some interesting stuff, and you can also look how the code is done, because this idea can definitely be extended, to quite a few directions. Now, another way to look at it is you can also apply volume to the consecutive, so it will actually multiply. You see some of them do become quite small. Oh, there's only 3 here. So yeah, so these 3 bars times the total volume it actually took to close for these 3 bars. Okay, so this would actually show the previous 3 bars multiplied by their volume. Okay, so you can see that this one has had a pretty large volume. So we might expect a pretty there's a pretty good chance that after this bar closes with such a large volume and such a long time it took it to close, you could expect a few bars of good scalping after that, probably. Okay. However, you could see that at the same time, this guy didn't beat this guy for some reason. Well, we could look at it, maybe in a different perspective, and maybe that will share some light. Oh well, I mean, this guy has proven it wrong so there isn't really. Well, you could see that there are more of them coming, and it's sort of building the trend up for a while. But I would say it's more of a a scalper tool. To be honest, there's a big chance of the next 1 or 2 bars coming in the same color after these spiky long time bars. Okay, so you can see this one has made it pretty big. Okay, now at the same time this one has made it pretty big too, for a good scalp. But anyway, I hope you find some edge yourself. I think the idea is, I don't know, pretty interesting to explore. So I thought I would share that, and you can find the source code review and source code download on the website. All right, take care.